Who is this? What is this? Can you get more of this music?
Want to say something about that black girl?
It's gonna go in my mouth.
I'm really pleased that all these kids are playing my old music, you know.
When I came out here, I had a tent and a little pannier of clothes, change of clothes, and a fiddle.
Yeah, I'm hungry for the fiddle. Swazi takes
Tell us
shit.
Oh, is the camera on? Oh. You picked a hell of a day to be taking pictures of me.
When I first got here, there weren't a lot of people here playing old-time music. There were a couple. So then suddenly, while I had my back turned, there's all these kids playing old-time music right here in Portland. It just kind of blew us all away. It's like, what on earth has happened that has caused all these people to suddenly be interested in our old music?
And everyone was like, you know, where did this come from?
Dave Pugh from Pig Iron and Jacksboro pointed me down to the Lucky Lab. And that's how it got started, pretty much. You know.
Found an old-time jam at a place called Beulah Land. And went over there within probably a week of being in town, and I met a lot of people that I still hang out with today and play music with.
I think there I learned that they were having a regular happy hour at this great cafe called the Bread and Black.
I came to the Portland old time scene. I was living in Seattle, and I met Justin, who was living in Portland, and we fell in love.
When I first moved here, my brother got me into playing old-time music, banjo mostly.
I started playing around. I had no idea what I was doing.
Practicing at home, not knowing what the hell I was doing.
I was completely clueless. I had no idea.
Every Tuesday, man, I was just like live for those Tuesdays. You know, just go home and practice fiddle, and then come in. But I never brought the fiddle out.
For some bizarre reason, I had my bow completely upside down.
I just go home and practice, and it took like 2 years to get any sound that I liked. Still dealing with that.
I guess it was kind of an introduction to a tradition of music that I didn't know much about, which was the old-time kind of Appalachian style music, which is ironic seeing as I grew up in South Carolina, very close to that part of the country.
Would you like to know something about why this kind of music is different from other kinds of music, maybe?
That's one of the hallmarks of this music. I know it sounds like bluegrass music, and we're in the bluegrass section over there and everything, but this is sort of it's the source that bluegrass music came out of, or it's one of the influences, probably the biggest one that went into bluegrass music, and it's just called old-time music, which isn't a very good name, but it's traditional fiddle music, mostly from the southeastern United States. And there's a lot of fiddle tunes in it, which were square dance tunes, and we'll play one for you here now. This is called the Mississippi Sawyer.
Hey, after all, old time is just old rock and roll.
Old time music is very repetitive.
It's just rock and roll. It's without an amplifier. And they have electricity, knock it down on the fiddle and the guitar, fiddle and the banjo.
We changed the tuning of our strings to make it funner to play and make it more resonant and ringing out.
Tune your instrument different for different keys because you use the open strings a lot. There's 7 tunings that I will play in and 2 that I always play in, the A tuning and the D tuning. Early 17th century, this is where fiddles were played. I happen to play down here, which is even a little earlier style, and some old-time players play like this.
Somebody sold me a Skillet Lickers record LP, and I had never heard of the Skillet Lickers, I'd never heard of old-time music, and I listened to it, and I thought, this is kind of interesting.
It really renewed my interest in the music to meet some younger people who were playing.
Said that for my 16th birthday, she wanted to take me to hear this band, and they played old-time music, and I was like, what's old-time music? And she was like, oh, it's kind of like bluegrass, only better.
What kind of music is out there that I could play my violin? And I thought, oh, bluegrass.
We played bluegrass and old time, only we didn't know the difference.
We had to do a senior dissertation project about anything we wanted. And so I did mine about old-time fiddle.
I didn't even know what old-time fiddle was.
I didn't really know anything about old-time music or bluegrass music.
Well, I didn't really know even what old-time music was, or hadn't even really heard people using that term until I moved to Portland.
I got to go around and take fiddle lessons from a bunch of fiddlers in Portland.
The way they work was unlike any other music I'd ever played at that point, so.
I started taking lessons from Sammy Lind, and I took lessons from Caroline.
I started noticing a few more people, younger folks, paying attention to old-time music.
And I also went and hung out with Bill Martin a little bit and learned how to call square dances.
There's way more of a community around the music now than there was when I was a kid.
Because old-time music, it's as much about the music, it's about interacting with people and connecting with them in this musical way. Like, you sit down with someone and play tunes with them, and you're listening to them and you're paying attention, and you really connect with someone.